Hey y'all, it's Christy Cook from Teadoddles. It's time for episode number 41 of Teadoddles Talks. I'm pretty sure that's correct. If it's not, it'll be in the title. I have no notes today, y'all. It's after 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. It's like, let me go ahead and do this. Then I'm going to be settling down over there at the computer so I can edit videos and pictures. You know, what is going on with my hair? Yeah, this weird wanting to go the other way piece of hair right there. I don't know. Anyway. All right, before we get started, I would like to say welcome new subscribers and welcome back subscribers. I'm happy to have you here with me and my maker shenanigans. I like to do the sewing things. I like to do the yarny things. What is this sitting over here? What is that? It's disturbing me. Anyway, I like to do the DIY things. So I do consider this a maker channel. If you like to do, if you like to make things, you might like it here. That was a messed up introduction. But I feel like there's something, I can't figure out what that is over there. I think it's just the way the colors. Let's just forget about that. Anyway, so I've had a fairly productive weekend of making. I have a bunch of new bags for the shop. I just finished taking pictures. Actually, no. I took pictures and then I decided to sew on my Cotton Cuts mystery quilt blocks for a little bit before I did anything else. Then I did my newsletter, which is a wee bit late, but that's okay. And then I decided to gather my things so I could do the podcast. I would say I'm going to try to keep this short today, but, you know, that never seems to work. So, because I really want to get pictures edited. Y'all probably won't see this till Monday morning. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Because they're probably going to upload it overnight. And then just have it ready to go in the morning. So I can edit pictures and get my Etsy listings up, which takes a long time, y'all. It takes so long. But anyway, I do have some things to share with y'all. Some whips. And do I have it? Well, the only finished objects I have are bags. And I didn't plan on showing all the bags in this one. Because if you follow me on Instagram, you could have seen the previews. And I keep forgetting I can do that on YouTube kind of too now. Yeah, anyway. And I just don't want to go through holding up all the bags. I just want to show you other things today. So we are approaching the last week of February, which means it is midterm for me. I work at a local college, and I teach drafting. I'm actually an adjunct instructor is what I'm called, which means I only work part-time, but, you know, that's my regular job, and then I have this. So, but midterm's coming up, which means students get to turn in stuff they've done already for me. I don't have midterm tests or anything like that, but I will have to do midterm grades. And then it's spring break for the college anyway. I also teach with the college at a high school in the afternoons, and they are not due for spring break until the end of March. So, so I have a full week this week, and then the next week I won't have my morning class. I'll just have my afternoon class. So a little bit of break, and then at the end of the month I'll have my morning class, but not my afternoon class. So there we go. What else is going on? I did go eat hamburgers and oyster stew with my parents Friday evening. It was quite delicious. They were a little late. My mother bought a new vehicle, and it took them a lot longer than they thought it was going to take. So, but it was well worth the wait. I quite enjoyed it. usually have that whenever it gets super cold. It was like a family tradition. I linked the post in my last video for that, a blog post, and I don't even know if I had it last year at all. It seems like it's been a while since I've had it, but we haven't had too much cold weather this winter. It did, after all that rain came through, again, cooled down, but rain is coming again. Yay! So tired of the rain. Anywho, this, besides midterm, I also have my doctor's appointment coming up this Friday, so hopefully she can help me figure out what in the world is going on. So I need to drink some water before I yawn real big in y'all's face, because that's not gonna be no fun. I can't have coffee this late on a Sunday night, and coffee will keep me up too late, which I was up very late last night, or this morning rather. It was like 2:30. And then I woke up earlier this morning and just stayed up. This morning was kind of, didn't go as planned. It was an abrupt awakening because my dog had peed in the floor, which she has urinary issues, and we try to make sure she goes out and stuff so she doesn't have to go out overnight and stuff, and sometimes I had to deal with all that, which is quite not fun. And then I had to, the hubs was supposed to be putting in my condenser on my vehicle. Another step in the process of trying to fix my air conditioning. And there's this oil that's supposed to go in it that we cannot find, that we ordered with the parts. I have no idea where it went. It's very strange that it's disappeared. So he could not do it because I had to order more of it. You have to have it for the compressor, condenser, stuffy, whatever. Anyway. Anywho, the day has been weird. So, but I did get my bags finished. Got some personal sewing time in, which is always nice. And I plan on getting some knit and crochet time in this evening. All right, let's see. I'm not going to do the whole, do y'all like it when I do that? I usually do like segments, yarny goodness, fabric obsessed, DIY thrifty goodness. But sometimes I have something to show in one of those sections, so I don't know. Certainly would save me some time not doing that, so y'all let me know if y'all miss it or not. Okay? And I'll decide if I care. That's terrible. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant it does save me time not to have to do that. So anyway, so let's see. We got the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge going on. I'm doing with Crochet Creations by Christy. This is her month to do the prize, and she announced the theme, which is Love is in the Air for the month. And so you have till the end of the month to put your pics in the Facebook group, which is always linked down below. And now I'm going to show you what I've done for the challenge, which is pretty much hardly anything, because I don't know. I had to go back and look at my own pattern for this because I haven't made it in so long. I didn't know how to do it. So my intent was, I have a scarf pattern on the blog called the Pixel and Lace heart scarf pattern. And I was going to make it kind of a scrappy version of it, because the one I made originally was made with a bulky yarn. And it was two different bulky yarns, but they were very close, very similar. And I edged it in a worsted weight. So I was going to use worsted weight new patches. This is all I've got done. One little piece. So this is basically what that pattern's about. It's corner to corner, but I show you how to make a heart without surroundings, like typical corner to corner patterns you see. So, and then you make, I don't have the original scarf to show y'all because I gave it away. So anyway, then you keep adding segments, heart segments, until you have a scarf, and then you go around it and in between it with the lace portion of the edging and stuff. So my intent was to alternate these two colors and do my border and this gray. These are all, as you can see, partial skeins. Well, you can't see the red one. It's in there, but it's like that too. They're all partial leftovers from whatever. And this one is, this is Karen cake. It looks like a smushed cake right now, but it was Karen Simply Soft. And something happened to it, and I wound it into a cake, but it was so big it wouldn't stay on my winder, so I took it off and then I wound it around, which just makes it kind of a bun. So it's coming apart now. So anyway, that was my intent. This is as far as I've gotten. For some reason, I just could not get into the mojo to work on this. I don't know why. So what have I been working on besides bags? I've been working on this. It's in this bag. This is one of my zippered maker bags. It was a prototype that I did not do my zipper right on. Look at that. It's all stuck down in there. And y'all, I have still yet to seam up. I don't know why I left the opening on the outside on this one, but I did. Plus, I was testing out some different fusible fleece for the lining instead of quilting it, and I did not like it. So, anywho, I have been seeing everybody talk about the year of the granny or whatever. I think it's a challenge that Creative Grandma and Krista from the Secret Yarnery are doing. I think. I don't know. I haven't actually watched their videos. I've only seen other people talking about it. And I was like, you know, I've never really done granny squares, believe it or not, because I just didn't learn about granny squares much till I got online. It was just other stuff. I just dove right in with patterns, regular patterns. So I thought, you know what? I got a bunch of scrap cakes over there for worsted weight yarns. So I started a granny square blanket. The first ever granny square blanket I've ever made. It's very scrappy. The central portion all the way to the yellow. And I think some of that one brown was one cake. And then all this mottled kind of stuff was a cake. That's mostly Heartland, leftover Line Brand Heartland that I pieced together. It does have some Vanish Choice in there, and it has some right here. This is I ordered some kind of yarn kit one time for a baby shrug, and when I finally got ready to use the yarn, I realized the yarn had been cut or something. So in the hank, so it was like you'd have to tie a bunch of knots to use it, which is what I just put it in segments in here. I don't know what happened to it, but it was too late to return it and had it forever. So now I have the gray that I've started on. I've got several shades of gray, and now I'm into the black. Is this cake, and it will have this blue on the outside. So there's like like a lighter gray, and then it was different shades of gray into the black and then blue. So it's very funky, kind of 70s looking, but just using up my scrap cakes. That was my last one I had wound over there. So I'll be putting in other things as I have some other things that aren't wound in the cakes. So once I finish this, I'll be adding in the rest. So I don't know that I'm actually participating in the challenge. I just decided to do this. So because I don't know the rules of the challenge. So here it is. That's what I've been mostly working on, because it was mindless and I can just kind of go. I did, if you're watching Austin, I did get to work on the traveling corner to corner blanket whilst I waited on my parents to eat this past Friday. I thought I was going to finish it, but I had to pull out some rows because it was looking wonky and I had to change hook size. So I did not quite get finished with it, but hoping to work on it again this coming weekend and finish it to send it on back to you. So I also started a washcloth out of this Knit Picks Dishy. This was their end of year clearance sale I got stuff in. This is how big it is. I'm doing like the lemon peel stitch, which actually makes a nice texture, but it's kind of slow going. I was really making washcloths. I mean, not washcloths. A dishcloth, but this is way too big to be a dishcloth. I guess it could be used for a washcloth. I don't know. I didn't feel like pulling it back out once I realized how long it was. Just gonna keep going with it. So that's some things I've been working on yarning wise. I don't have any new yarns. I should have early next week my next bit of yarn from Lolo Did It for the Dumbledore Quotes Club. So I'm excited to see what that is. And then, yeah, I think that's all the yarn stuff I got to show y'all today. I haven't even worked on that sweater I said I was going to work on this month, y'all. Whilst January seemed to go on forever, February is flying by. So, yeah, it just happens sometimes. You know what I mean? Can't help it. So, as I said, I've been sewing mostly on bags. I did put an Instagram post out with pictures of the bags, which I may insert here. And then y'all can see those. The only thing I didn't show, because I thought that I had exited the Instagram post because I forgot to add a picture of one of the bags. Then when I posted it with that picture, someone had already commented it. I said, that was really fast. But I realized the other post had went out. So I deleted the second post because I want to have two posts that look almost exactly the same. So, anyway. This is the bag that didn't get in the post. It's a tote. Actually, I have 4 of them. This is leftover fabric from where I did the advent calendars for Southern Skeins. The bags for the advent calendars. I did a bleaching process on it. So these are my leftovers. And no, they don't line up on the side. Well, that side kind of does. I didn't make them so they would line up. That was intentional, so because they're different widths. But so each one will look different. I have 4 of these bags going in the shop. Each one will look different. Some of them have more bleach spots on them than others, but each bag will look different. I have this nice heavy denim bottom, which is actually like an indigo blue. It looks kind of black on the screen. This is a lightweight denim-ish handle. It's pink thread on one side and gray on the other. And This fabric is left over also. You'll notice my mountains are going sideways. So I was trying to utilize my leftover fabric. So this would be considered a maker's leftover tote. And it has these pockets. Because this is slightly narrower and slightly taller than my normal maker tote. So, but there will be 4 of those going into the shop. That's one I didn't get a picture of on Instagram because my fingers like to poke buttons when my brain is not ready. So, what else? Toot. So, things that I'll be working on this week. I know it's not Valentine's anymore, but I still have, well, one of these someone already asked about. So, one of these somebody's already claimed. It has all these fun puns, love puns. Love happens for all year round, right? And I do have one more. So that'll be coming. I just got that outside portion done. I don't have I had to do the polka dot on the bottom so I could keep, when I have fabrics like this, I try to keep as much together that makes sense and not cut off random bits. So there'll be one of those available. I am in the process of working on my next design, which I told y'all is going to be called the Mega Maker Tote, right? This is how big it's going to be, but you have to take into account that the notches is the depth you're going to get. That's the box bottom. All those lines are where I'm going to quilt it. I marked them out to go around. There's nice little antlers and nature-y sayings. This is a linen-like fabric. It is a linen fabric. It's very nice fabric. I was very happy to get it. It's such an amazing price, so I can make bags out of it. So it will have the tote handles like my tote bags, but the tote handles are going to go, which is what I got to think about, because if I quilt that doesn't even make no sense. The tote handles will go down and under. That is my plan, to give it more support, because it's so much bigger. Having them at the top, probably not a good idea for a bag that big. So I do have, I believe I have enough to make another one, but it will probably have a second fabric in it, because I decided to make one with the whole fabric, and then the second one I'll make, probably the bottom will be something different than the top part. Then I'll have enough to make, I'll probably have enough to make another one of these, but this is going to be a little zippered pouch. So that is something I'll be working on. Things I'm working on next. And then I showed some bags that are going into the shop. I do have some zippered pouches I'm making to go with those. So I'm working on that. And then I did finish some more of the totes, which I didn't put pictures of because they're already claimed. But I had the chicken and pig and cow motifs. So these are the smaller prints. Well, you're making totes out of these. I'm going to put probably a denim or something on the bottom. I'll have 2 of these. It'll have the same layout on the front and the back. So that is coming. I got to quilt all of this. So this is my to quilt pile. Now I need some water. Anything else? Not yet for the shop. I'm still deciding what my next update is. I have no idea what it's going to be, but I am going to show you some new fabrics I got in this week. Because the farm animals are so popular, which I like those. Those are cool looking. I don't like the realistic print farm animals. It's just not my thing. I much prefer the ones that look like they were quilted. Or they kind of, what I'm going to show you now. I like this. So the first one is a big old stack of fabric because I ordered this from the Fat Quarter Shop and I ordered 2 yards of it. It's 108-inch wide fabric, which they make sometimes for quilt backing, so you don't have to put as many pieces together for your quilt backing. And I ordered 2 yards of it, and they called me twice because they didn't have a full continuous 2 yards. They had 2 pieces, not even 2 yards. It was like 1 1/4 yard and 7/8 of a yard. So they were wanting to know if I still wanted it, and I kept forgetting to call them back. And then finally they sent me an email, and I answered it. I was like, "Thank you for doing that because I keep forgetting to call y'all back." Anyway, this is the fabric. Isn't it awesome? Look at it. I love it so much. I loved this blue and white print. In Fat Quarter Shop was the only place I had seen it. Because when you order the 108-inch, it's like you're getting 2 double. Because, okay, a regular yard of fabric, cotton, quilt and cotton fabric is usually 44, 45 inches. So at 108 inches, it's like you're getting double amount of fabric in that yard. So more than double, really. So although this costs more per yard than I usually pay, I was technically looking at it like I was getting 2 yards in one because of the width. That makes sense. So, but it has some fun. I just love it so much. So I got quite a bit of this in, and this is going to be, since it's so big, and this has more of a texture to it. This, when they make the wide fabric like this, it tends to have more of a texture to it. Thinking some Mega Maker totes or some Mega Maker bags, some traveling maker, you know, just things like that. So I got a bunch of that. And then I got it because I had ordered this other fabric. This came from a place called Daisy Avenue on Etsy. Okay. And she had, this is from the line called, I don't know because my brain won't tell me. This is a Lori Holt fabric, Be in My Bonnet. It's from Riley Blake Designs. It was Farm Girl Vintage. That's what it is. Farm Girl Vintage by Lori Holt. This one looks similar to the one I just showed you. This is actually about canning, whereas the other one is farm related stuff. This is all about canning. So it has like directions and recipes on it. It has a canning jar on it. It has some fun things like this on it. So I really liked that fabric. So I have that one. And then there's this one with the little tractors on it. Look at it. Isn't it cool? It's got a little tiny. Is that focusing? Yeah, you can see the little white tractors going every which way. I really liked that one. Then I got this one. Ooh, it's got canning jars on it, y'all. Can you see it? It just says jar. The little word that's on it, it just says jar. I have a Fat Quarter in a slightly different color of this that I loved, and so I was happy to find that. Then I got this, which is looking like chicken wire or honeycombs, however you want to look at it. Is this from the same line? I'm pretty sure this one is too. Yeah. I don't know if it was chicken wire or honeycombs, but it's kind of similar either way. And then this one is not from that line of fabric. It is from, I don't even remember. In the Meadow by Kara Job Design Studio. Okay, not familiar with that It is a Riley Blake design though. But it's bees in a blue. Ooh, that just made my eyeballs hurt. A reflection of that. That's hard to look at, ain't it? But it's a white with the navy bee print. And then I got this one, which is actually what is it? Front Porch Gnome Gardens by Sean Wallace. I started to get the one with the gnomes on it, but I decided it's just a polka dot, which is always good, right? I love polka dots. So those are my new fabrics that came in. I have a couple of other things on order. Well, one of them is for the March Mini Maker Bag Club, because I opened up 22 more spots in the March Mini Maker Bag Club, y'all, which gives a total of 50, and they're almost gone. Which I cannot believe. I was thinking maybe I have some extras to float around. I don't think that's gonna happen, but that's okay. So if you've talked to me about holding one, I have it held for you. I took the quantity down. So if you go in there and it looks like it's sold out, just message me if you've already, if you know who you are, if I've talked to you about it. So I think there was 3 spots left last time I looked. So complete madness, y'all. Complete madness. But I debated on it, and I debated on it because I kept getting requests about it. I kept people asking about it because they would see my preview videos. I thought, well, I'm just going to up it to 50. You know, surely then I'll see how many people actually do it. I didn't think it would fill up all the way. I mean, I knew it was a possibility, but but that I cannot. There's no more. No more. And I cannot back order previous months. Okay. So from now on, there will be 50 spots. Also, okay. So I wasn't going to show you bags, but I am going to show you one of the bags because I did something different with the bags. This little batch of mini maker bags I did for the shop, because I had some people say, I just want a mini maker bag from the shop. So I was like, well, let me put some in there. I just had a couple that go with a bigger bag. So what I did is take a layer cake, which is 10 by 10. And actually, I got a tutorial Tuesday coming up this Tuesday. She's going to talk to you about fabric cuts, about pre-cuts and things like that. So that is coming up on Tuesday. So this is what I've done with my mini maker bag now. And goodness gracious, my throat is very dry. This is one coming up in the shop. I did a whole set of a layer cake, which is really great because I can use the whole thing and get like 8 bags. I even used the ribbon that came on the layer cake, if I can get that to focus, because it was so cute, for my tab. But instead of stamping a label on the inside, I put a folded label on the outside, which it folds my label in half, but it also gives you another fairly large loop. I tested this out, and I could stick some knit needles down in there and they wouldn't fall through, like if they are cabled knit needles. So that's potential for that there. But because I made these to be reversible, I thought having that tab like that would make it easier to use reversible, because then you just have this tab on the outside if you wanted it that way. Y'all, I'm super in love with this layer cake. This is, what was it called? Looking Glass from Boundless on Blueprint. Because I went back to see if they had another one, because I really like this layer cake. This was that hummingbird on there. But they don't have layer cakes anymore. They do have some of the fabric, which was actually at a good deal. So I may be buying some more of it because I really liked it. There's all kinds of beautiful colors. But back to what I'm talking about. So this is, I think, what I'm going to do from now on with my mini maker bags. Now the other two that I put in there were made the regular way. I actually I increased the size by like, well, no, maybe half an inch, maybe an inch. Because I was basing it on fat quarters, but since the layer cake's 10 by 10, I was basing it on that. So I increased the size of these slightly when I do it like that. So I am going to, the price is $8 on these usually. I'm going up to $8.50 for these. Not that big of an increase. So, you know, just to accommodate that slightly more room. It's going to be easier for me to cut. And, you know, just, I really like, sometimes you got to tweak designs as you go along, and I'm really liking this so far. So I really love the colors in this layer cake. They are beautiful. So I'm gonna, I said I wasn't gonna show all of them, but I'm gonna kind of show you. Ooh, look at the colorways in this. They are just so gorgeous. I'm loving this fabric. And then I have a set that has the stars in all the different colorways. Yeah. And it has, I'm going to open up one. I can't stand it. I'm in love with these bags. These have this print on the inside. Ooh, isn't it pretty? I debated on whether I wanted this one or that one on the outside. So I really like that star print. So that was one reason that prompted me to do something different for the label. Something that maybe could possibly be functional as well as a label. So, yeah. I'm really excited about these colors. They're so pretty. I think I folded that wrong. So those are my new design, which will be $8.50. Now I have two coming up that match a maker bag that I've got going on. That will still be $8 because it's the other size that I was doing, and it has the label on the inside and all that stuff. So, okay. Sometimes I do them, I really should put them in the maker's leftover thing because they're usually cut from what I have left over from yardage, and they're not the standard size. So, but then there's I'm just going to show you bags because I can't stand it. There's the big, I have two of these that are maker bags. They have the different, that's what they got on the inside. You may notice that my label is a slightly different color. I went with this color for blanket binding because I had just bought heavy weight twill last time, and I didn't like the way it frayed on the edge so much. So I decided to get something that had a slight color to it this time, but would still be neutral enough to go with everything. So there are two of those going in there. Woo! There we go. All right. And then I have these, which are, I only have one of each. I've got one like this. These are small maker bags. It's got polka dots on the inside. Yeah. And I had these all folded up neatly, which is one reason I wasn't going to show y'all. I got one like this. This has gray polka dots on the inside with the polka dot top. And it does have the same print on the front and the back. And then I have this one. Got that, and that one has polka dots inside. I hope my stomach don't growl out loud in just a second because it's getting there. And then I have this one. polka dots on the top, and then it has this inside, which is another reason I'm probably going to do away with the stamp, because I can't even hardly see my label in there. But anyway. Well, the stamp inside, like I've been doing. These will probably get the little label on the outside too from now on. But oh, I know what I was going to talk about. My maker bags are standard. Okay. Ooh, there's fuzz all in this maker bag because I had yarn in it when I was taking pictures. These are $20 is my typical price on these, and these will be $20 in the. I just have 2 of them. The thing, but I've been for a long time wanting to add on the pocket, like, I don't know, a little section of the pocket in the front, like a piece of felt, so you can stick needles in it, right? Maybe even a little flap or something like that. So that is my intent. So when I do that, that'll go up. It'll change the price of that for 50 cents. Like, okay, it's not going to change it much. So just be aware that there's some price changes coming. Only because of improvements, not because of other things. Some good improvements. I haven't had a chance to make any pin cushions or rope baskets yet. And that may not happen until I have my sort of spring break. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I forgot to show y'all the blocks. I have some in progress over there. So I had like 4 months that I hadn't done in this. And my murder mystery quilt club, I haven't done any of it. 2 blocks in, I haven't read any of it. Ooh, Lord. But these are the blocks. There's 2 of each that I did for the one. There's string all over it, but I like them. They're so pretty. I'm pretty sure y'all probably just heard my stomach growl, but it'll be okay. So I've got one that's almost finished over there, but I'm not going to sew any more this evening. I got stuff I got to do on the computer, so. But hopefully I get to do it tomorrow. We'll see. Kind of quilting that stuff and doing that tomorrow. So, because some other bags I finished were for other people, so they're not. There's no reason to show them because they're not available. So yeah. I think that's it, you guys. I told y'all it's not as long as it is most of the time, so I'm under an hour. Can't believe that. But like I said, y'all probably won't see this. Y'all won't see this till tomorrow, because the time I get it processed and uploaded, I got all those pictures to edit. It's gonna be tomorrow before you see it. So, like I said, coming up this week, I've got Tutorial Tuesday is going to be talking about pre-cuts for quilting cotton and how that relates to fabric yardage. I'll just talk to you about it and show you what those are and what that means, what sizes that means they are, in case you don't know. I don't know what I'm doing Thursday yet. I want to do a review over something, but I got to get something done to do a review over. So Thursday's up in the air still. Friday, this Friday, will be my next post for my Maker Stash Down that's going on in my Teadoddles Makers Facebook group. You have until the end of this month to post, which we got an extra day because it's leap year. So the last day is actually the 29th. You have to then to post what, because the way it's supposed to go, you're supposed to post your goals for the month and then post how you accomplish those goals for the month. That's what you're supposed to do in the group. I'll try to put a reminder up this week. Even if you didn't post your goals in the beginning of the month, or if you did, a lot of people will post them up under when I share my blog posts, and that's fine. Just when you remember to share what progress you've made. It doesn't matter if you completely finished that goal or what, just post what your progress was for the month. It's not about shaming anybody because they didn't meet their goals, because hey y'all, I I haven't met my goals for this month either because it's been crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna see how close I can get to meeting those goals for the end of the week though, because I got a week left. Yeah, I do. So, anyway, go share it. I give away an Amazon gift card every month. I put it in a random picker, but you gotta meet the requirements to be in that. You know, you gotta share your goals and share what you accomplished this month and your goals. Because you know, I called it a maker stash down, but I know not everybody has stashes. There's some people who have goals to build their stashes, which is fine. My goal is to try to use up some of my stash, which I have actually. There's some empty spots over there, y'all. I know you can't see any here, but I can see some in my little yarn thing over there. So that's pretty good because I've been using up scrap stuff. Ooh, and I'm almost finished with my corner to corner, that other blanket I started. I didn't bring it in here, but when I was, yeah, what was it? Oh, I spent a day because I didn't feel good in the bed, and pretty much this when I actually felt like doing something, that's what I worked on. So anywho, I'm gonna let y'all go because I know my dogs get to go out. I've got to get me something to eat because I am hungry and I have pictures to edit so I can get stuff up in the shop. So y'all remember to have a life lived creatively, and I will see y'all later.